What up? Can y'all hear me? It's your boy JD, aka Mr. December, and we are back for another episode of Love and Relationships. Y'all, it is good to be here. Listen, I gotta shout out somebody special real quick. My man Uncle Stu, old man on the block, is in the building. What's going on, Uncle Stu? Me and Uncle Stu had a pretty good conversation a little bit ago. I think it was last week on Miss B Finesse channel. So shout out to Uncle Stu. Uncle Stu, I'm gonna drop the link in just a little bit. So if you want to come in and join this conversation, please, please, please do so. Thank you so much for joining us. So y'all, listen. I need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to like this video. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. And then last but not least, if y'all would do me a solid and share the video with somebody that you think will get value out of this, we would greatly appreciate it. We got a great show for you tonight. Hopefully some more people will come on in the building, but as per usual, y'all, I got some people with me. I got the team with me, y'all. I got the team with me, y'all. They are back again. And let me see. Any, meany. Okay, we're going to go with Antoinette first. Antoinette is in the building. Say something to the people, Antoinette.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings. As always, it's a pleasure to be here. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, so that way we could get these topics on and popping and seeing how we could improve on our community.
Yeah, we trying to improve over here. That's what's up. And, y'all, we got the one, the only. We can't forget the Alabama church girl. Come on with it, Val. Say something to the people.
Beep, beep, toot, toot. Hey, good people. It's your Alabama church girl here. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. To all the leaders, saints, and friends, grab your tambourine and come on in.
Y'all, she got the tambourine on deck. Last week, not only did she have a tambourine, but she had the red flags too.
I still got them.
She still you got the red flags. You got
I'm
the
ready
red
for a
flags.
good conversation.
Yeah, we ready for this conversation tonight. So y'all see the title, you see the thumbnail. I promise you this is not clickbait. Usually I would go the other way around and do the more lighthearted topic first, but we're gonna jump right into it tonight, y'all. You see the title, you see the thumbnail. What I want to talk about first tonight is why can't women trust men to lead? Why women can't trust men to lead? Oh, yo, what's up, y'all give me a second. I gotta do this. My man Uncle Stu is already in the building. Shout out to Uncle Stu. Talk to us, Uncle Stu. Say something to the people.
Grace, mercy, and peace from God the Father and our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And I just want to give her honor where honor is due. And I'm extremely humbled to be on the panel tonight. And yes, shout out to my number one moderator, educator, and always finessing, meaning educating the people. Miss B Finesse in the house. Yeah,
Be finesse
on these YouTube streets all over the place.
That's
It won't
up.
let me sleep, Miss B Finesse, but I gotta hold it down. You know, the work of the Lord is never done.
That's right, Uncle Stu. We on it all the time. I'm so glad to have Uncle Stu in the building, man. We got to do some more collabs, and trust me, we gonna do it. But
don't worry, I'll get my team to send you an email, and we'll definitely schedule something extremely ASAP. I probably won't be able to be on here real long because, ironically, I got two different people asking to be on their platforms. So it's like I got to jump from one platform to another platform and then hopefully jump to my bed because I just got finished doing an 8-hour live today. And I got to get ready for the lead attorney tomorrow.
8 hours, Uncle Stu?
Yeah.
Y'all, Uncle Stu be on it. He be on it. But that's what's up, y'all. So since we might not have Uncle Stu in the building with us long, I want to go ahead and jump into it and talk about why women can't or don't allow men to lead. And I want to start with I want to start with Antoinette tonight. Antoinette, what do you see? Talk to us and tell us why you think women don't trust men to lead. Talk to us.
Because they've had men in their lives that they have divulged all their trust, their information, their security into, and they basically ran over them a couple of times and they continue to do so. So when you give your all to someone who was not meant for you to give your all to, because you were trying to make that relationship work, you then get to a point where you're like, absolutely not. If I'm going to do bad, I'm going to do bad all by myself. And I will be the conductor and the stage coach that's running behind. If I'm going to run over myself, it's going to be my fault. No longer will I trust a man to lead. No longer will I trust someone with my security. No longer will I trust someone to have the privilege to lead me in a direction where I am wanting to go. So, and I'm not saying myself, but I'm just saying women, some women in general. Now, in order to lead, you have to know how to follow, right? So if we don't know how to follow a good example, then there's going to be no trust there. So I think it's more on the experiences that we give so much. And then because we give to the wrong individual or the wrong entities, there's no longer a trust there. So you have to then go through the different walls, the different barriers that we then put up. You're on mute, boo. Yeah, you're
See,
Come through with the shirt.
Wait, time out. I didn't see the shirt.
Oh, do it again. Yes. Cash app right now because I need it for next week.
Next week, okay. I got y'all. Okay.
Look, I need it in red.
Uncle Stu, me and this mute button, we be into it every week.
Don't worry about it.
It's all good.
With the territory. You keep handling your business.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Do you have a email on your page?
Yeah, I do. It's on my page and it's also in the description in this video as well. So right. Hit me up, Uncle Stu. We're gonna come up with something. I want to go to the Alabama Church Girl next, and then we're gonna go to Uncle Stu. Alabama Church Girl, tell us what you think. Why women can't or don't trust men to lead. Talk to us.
Well, JD, you know, I always have to go to my favorite book, the Bible, which is the best, the greatest literature book for me. And it tells me to trust in the Lord with all my heart and lean not to my own understanding. So that's what my trust is. Now, when it comes to the men, listen, how do we know that we trust in God? We give him our worship and we give him our offerings, right? Okay, so we know what worship is in a relationship between a man and a woman, or whatever you like. That worship is that heated fellowship. We give you that.
Okay.
And our offerings. And you have to prove that you are trustworthy when we give it to you. So the way I see it is, I'm going to give you whatever measure that you meet at. Where you show me that I can trust you is what I'm going to give you. It's just like, right now there's a car sitting out in the yard for my son, but I haven't given it to him yet. He hadn't proven to me that he's trustworthy. So it's there for you. I want to give it to you, but you got to reassure me that I can trust you with it. Same thing with my heart. You got to show me and prove to me that I can trust you with it. Okay? So that's why I don't think that women don't. I don't think that it's an unbalanced untrustworthiness, because I don't think that men trust women either. A lot of men are emotionally unavailable, and they're emotionally unavailable for a reason. Some way, somehow, they haven't found that they can trust in their woman with all their heart and lean not to their own understanding. I don't think that men are open to trusting women with their offerings either. We've discussed this, how men don't want to just, pay for how many dinners did you say is too much, JD?
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
Yeah, we've talked about this. We've talked about this. We've discussed this. So it's not just one-sided, JD. It's not just one-sided. Both of us in partnership have to find a place, and we have to come to the table wanting to prove that I'm trustworthy. Both of us. Remember we discussed how you got to give a little bit. I think you talked about this last week about women giving some and showing that, hey, you're worthy to the keys. The same thing goes with the man. You got to be in something. You got to show me something to work with, or else if I don't see that there's nothing there, I'm not gonna throw all my eggs over on nothing.
Okay, over on nothing, huh?
Okay,
I can dig it. I can dig it. Okay. So, Uncle Stu, I see you over there, man. And
are you sure you want me to really answer this question?
I want you to answer it, man. I want you to answer it, Uncle Stu, because listen, you don't understand. A lot of weeks, I be the only guy up here. So, I got somebody to back me up. So I want you to answer it, Uncle Stu. Come on with it. Unfiltered.
Since everybody want to use the Bible, let's break it down. First of all, I'm not made for the woman. The woman is made for me. For in the beginning, it was written. Man came first, and it was the woman that came second. Why? Because her job is to be the helpmate to the man. So my worthiness and my worship is never to a woman. My name ain't Ahab. I don't worship the woman. I worship the God, because I was created in the image and the likeness of God. Number two, God nowhere in scripture defines he is the one that married. It is on the two individuals. So what did Jesus say? First, he said, I'm going to build a house onto my Father's house. In other words, he's going to build, and in his building, he's developing and creating everything for that family and for that family structure. So what does that mean? That means that when he finds a wife, that means you already need to be a wife, in the character of a wife, in the mind of a wife. And when the wife appears, so shall the husband appear. But if you're not ready to be a wife, then the husband will not appear. What we have done in the church house is made the woman of God. Sorry, you're a woman, just like I'm a man. And therefore, when two comes together, then we shall become one. The reason the woman does not want to follow the man is because a lot of the leadership within the church don't want the woman to follow the man in her home. He wants the woman to follow him. Why? Because a broken woman is a woman that's going to give up the financial goodies. And when I say financial, I mean the money. And so wherever the money is what will be followed. So unfortunately, what we have in the modern day church is a breakdown in the concept of what a man is, what a woman is, and what leadership is. So when you have two people that don't know what this looks like, they don't know how to imitate leadership. They do not know how to imitate building. They do not know how to imitate having resources. They don't understand these things because the word of God has become corrupted by man in understanding every spiritual aspect of the scripture. So let us go down into scripture. Show me in the Bible where it says that a man must now prove himself to a woman. No, I'm sorry, because what you see is that in scripture originally, especially when you look at the Hebrew, that family was a business. This was a business from the very beginning. And we have to look at marriage as a business. Well, what is a business? Are you able to add, to multiply, to protect what is already developed and built? So as the young lady, Sister Antoinette said, too many women have been broken, but let's put accountability in there. Why in the world are you chasing something that was still in his mama house? For the word of God says, when Adam left his mother and father, which is God, and cleave to a woman. The problem is you women are cleaving to people that ain't never left a mother and father. And then when you get broken, instead of saying, wait a minute, maybe I am the one that made the wrong choice, now you blame it on the man. It is time that both people take accountability. One of the baddest teachings that's ever done in the book of Genesis is preachers love to say, if Adam would have been at his place, then Eve wouldn't have ate the garden. Eve ate the fruit. Wrong answer. God said, Adam, where are you? Eve, do you know what you have done? God put accountability in the garden. And the problem is we have not put accountability in the church. Therefore, there's no accountability in the home. Where there's no accountability, there is lawlessness. And where there is lawlessness, there is a broken up relationship. So we have to start from the very beginning. It's not just your fault, my fault, it's our fault. And there is no healing. Where there's no healing, there's no wholeness.
I like what Uncle Stu just said. It's our fault. And I think this is very important. I want to give my thoughts too, because a lot of times I feel like we go into relationships and things hoping that we can change somebody. And that's never conducive to what we're trying to do, because especially once you get up past your 30s, you are who you are. You have to want to change for yourself. But as far as the topic goes, I think that in our community, a lot of women don't trust men. It's not just because of the fact that they've been hurt, and that is absolutely true. A lot of women have been hurt. I also think it's a fear of being hurt too. And a lot of times what we see is women not trusting men simply because of what they've seen their parents go through or what they've heard from their parents. And I say this all the time, just because your parents did something or went through something, that does not mean that that has to be your experience as well. And then in a lot of situations, I see that it's been a lot of the big bad man. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the big bad man for this, or don't let the big bad man control you. Don't let the big bad man, come into your house. Now, are there some dusties out there, like we like to call them? Absolutely. But there are a lot of men out here that are willing to do right, that wants to do right, that want families, but sometimes it's hard for us to break that barrier down because we're getting blamed a lot of the times for what somebody else did. Now, what am I saying? We all have trauma. We talk about this word too, trauma. But in order for you to start healing, you have to realize that the person that you're dealing with now is not the person that you dealt with in the past. Prime example. I had a conversation, and y'all, I don't want to reveal too much, but I am an advocate of therapy, right? So, situation, without putting too much of our business out there, I was concerned about something the other night, and I was going to I was going to have a meeting with somebody with the opposite sex, right? And my my lady, y'all. My lady, y'all.
Say it loud. Say it again. Say it for the people in the back.
What? I can't hear you.
Don't get low. Don't get low. Get loud.
Hey,
my lady, y'all.
Do I need to get him? Do I need to get him?
My lady, y'all. Hey, can y'all Barry White? My lady, y'all.
See.
Ah,
We
Church about to
celebrate
be
with
over.
you,
They need
Jay.
to talk. They need to talk.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but check this out. So I was a little bit nervous, this is something new or whatever, doing good, you know what I'm saying? We're doing good. So I was going to meet with somebody from the other opposite sex, right? And I didn't want to tell her at first. You know what I'm saying? Because some of that past trauma started coming up, right? You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, if I tell her this, it's gonna be an argument. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. But then I stopped myself. I said, you know what? She has not shown me anything that would even remotely make me think that she would react that way. And that's what therapy does. You know what I'm saying? It helps you to rearrange your thinking. And I told her what was up. Y'all, we got Chantel Simone in the house. What's up, Chantel? The link is in the chat if you want to come on up and share your thoughts as well. You don't have to. I know you've been busy this week. I've been watching you. But that's what's up. Shout out to Chantel Simone. Y'all go subscribe.
JB,
yes, sir.
JB, I don't mean to interrupt. What I'm getting ready to do, I gotta fly over to this other chat.
Okay.
But let me drop just a quick word of wisdom.
Drop it.
Man to man.
Drop it, Uncle Stu.
And somebody that has been in ministry 35 years. If this is your woman, and I really need you to hear me.
Mm-hmm.
If this is your woman, don't you ever, from this day forth, go talk to another woman. I need you to hear me. Don't ever talk to another woman by yourself. You understand me?
I'm picking up what you're putting down, Uncle Stu.
Okay, because just as a woman knows another woman and a man knows a man, you have to remember that you're a minister. You're a leader.
Yeah.
And forget that I got spiritual discernment, the Holy Ghost. Forget all of that. You have a woman. If you got a woman that got a problem, tell them go talk to your woman. I have a bishop. He's been married for over 40 years. My brother, my bishop don't talk to women, even though he runs a church. Because if she's really hurting, she should be talking to the woman. And that's even in New Testament.
I understand.
And because we think that we strong, we think we all anointed. Bro, a woman took down David. A woman took down Samson. Okay. And even when Jesus spoke to one woman by himself, what did his partner say? Jesus, you talking to a woman by yourself? That's just to put it in our modern day language. It's just a way of protecting you, securing her.
Right.
And I've seen too many pastors, ministers, evangelists go down talking to women by themselves without their covering. That's your covering.
Absolutely, Uncle Stu.
What is the rib? The rib is there to protect the vital organs of our heart, mind, and soul. You feel me? And if we don't allow that rib to protect the inner part of us, guess what? Something can infect us. Now you going home and not understanding why you acting the way you acting, because women can be just as, and I'm not calling them evil, but certain women can get you in a certain place, and then you be waking up talking about how did I get here? I'm just trying to protect you because I love you.
I love you too, Uncle Stu. You are the man. Thank you so much for dropping that wisdom. So,
and I hope to speak to y'all because I did want a response from y'all just to hear what y'all had to say. I hate talking and thinking I'm authority. I always like to have feedback coming back and forth. All right.
So Uncle Stu, did you say you got to run right now?
I did. I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
But if y'all had something to ask me or say, or even a pushback, I'm willing to hear it because I don't want anybody to offend anybody. Like, man, I got something to say to him and I'm going to get mine off, and I don't need everybody in my page talk about, let me tell you something, who you think you are.
Right.
Or beat me over the head with a tambourine. I got a bald head. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she got the tambourine. She got the tambourine. But
I brought my tambourine.
Do y'all have anything to say before I go?
Uncle Stu. Before you go, I want to. I know you got to go, but I want to finish my point real quick, and then I want to see what you have to say about this in relation to the men and and how we can fix the trust issues. So I told my lady, I said, listen, I got to go meet with somebody on business. It was unchurch related. It was strictly about business, and we went to meet at a perfect place, in a public place, not a perfect place, in a public place. So I could help her out with some stuff. So we did that, and I was nervous about telling my lady about it because, like I said, it was a situation from past trauma. I was automatically triggered, right? And I thought that it was going to be an argument and this, that, and the third, da 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 da. But I said, you know what? She has not shown me anything of the sort to make me think that it would even be a misunderstanding, right? So I told her about it. I said, look, going to meet with this lady on some business. I'm going to help her set up some stuff. I'm gonna come on back home. And you know what she said? She said, handle your business. Call me when you get done. And I said, yes! I was like, wow, it worked. It worked. So I said all of that to say this. Sometimes men will lie by omission or whatever, or not tell the truth to try to avoid an argument, right? Or try to avoid a conflict that might not even be there.
Right. And I think, especially when you got a mature woman.
Right. When you got a mature one. So Uncle Stu, I want to hear what you have to say about this, because I think that this is part of the reason. I got a whole lot to say about this topic, but I think that's part of the reason why women have trouble trusting men to lead, because we have to not be fearful to lead, right? We have Uncle Stu. Tell me what you think about that. Do you think that sometimes men are afraid to lead?
No. I think it's two different. I think we're dealing with two different situations.
Okay.
All right. When I say that on one side, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm a military man. I come from a 2-parent household. I come from a domination of men. So I was kind of trained early in that aspect of leadership. So I know what leadership looks like. But as I've said on other programs, a beta male is a broken male. An alpha male is a totally healed male. So you have a lot of men that has been broken. And unfortunately, until we can get everybody to understand the voice of a broken man, we can never heal him. See, the reason that he walks away from the church today is because he recognized game when he see it. And unfortunately, he recognizes that there is no male leadership even in the pulpit. You know, because they're trying to make a man into a woman, and a man is not a woman. And so a lot of times he's being seduced to be a woman. This is why you see more femininity in the church and no masculinity. And this is another reason why on both sides of the aisle, a lot of females fear men, because they've never heard the baritone-based voice of a man. They expect men to be extremely emotional like a woman. They want a friend and not a man to lead them. This is why I said the image of leadership and the image of family has been so distorted that we don't get to see it. I think what you and your woman has established and organized, and I still say, you know, please be careful doing that, is because she trusts you to do the right thing. And you're going to walk in doing that right thing. But don't put yourself in temptation that brokenness can happen, because she's giving you her whole heart. So trust me, I've been there. And you know what I'm saying to you, Miss Antoinette, you know, you're his covering. You're not the cover.
So just to clarify, this is fam right here. I am a full supporter of all of our panel's relationships, but it is not I, Unc. It is not I.
Yeah, she ain't on the panel, Unc.
All right. All right.
Now, do I support this message? I have my Mr., but my Mr. is not JD. I love my family.
All right. See how that correction works? See how that correction works?
Shout out to Antoinette.
But yes, JD, I would always say, please take your covering. Trust your covering. Trust the wisdom of your covering. Learn to hear that covering. You cover one another. You submit to one another. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I hear you, Uncle Stu.
There is a part of what you said, which is probably true. There is men that fear telling the truth because of past experiences and past reactions. So yes, I'm going to agree that there are those things and those situations. So, you know, in that regards, I support your response 100%. And I support your fear 100%. You know, that happens. And it happens more than we have more of those for failures where we know we tell a female, oh yeah, I'm going to meet this woman over here in the park. Yeah, we know that other woman's probably going to be showing up in our car, making sure ain't nothing happening. Absolutely. Absolutely. For me, to protect myself, you know, I don't care how intellectual I am. I don't care how holy or spiritual I am. If a woman wanted to meet me alone, you're not going to meet me alone. I don't care if it's a park, a hotel, or a bedroom. I'm not going to put myself in that temptation place because you just never know where your mind might actually be at that moment in time. If you got that deep of a problem, you got that deep of a situation, then you talk to my wife.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't talk to her, I already know you got bad intentions.
You are absolutely right, Uncle Stu, 100%.
And what is and let me help you. You went there alone. This is where I'm gonna say you haven't learned from what's going on out here yet. How many men is being taken down by false accusation of a what?
Of a woman.
Yeah. Whose word is more powerful in the court, yours or hers?
I'm picking up what you're putting down. Most of the time, it would be hers.
Okay, and guess what? You broke the day. You go and get that mega church tomorrow, and you making $500,000 a year. Who you think coming after that $500,000?
You are absolutely right. Yo, Uncle Stu, Chantel is asking, do you have a YouTube channel? And she would love to collab with him. Absolutely. Uncle Stu does have a YouTube channel. So hit Uncle Stu up. Let me see. I'll put. I'll make sure I get this channel.
Chantel, my YouTube channel is Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. So if you just go to Uncle Stu, the old man on the block, you will find me. And when you find me, just put it in the email. Yep, see, that's my right hand. That's why she on there. Y'all be talking about armor bearers. That's it right there. She got
Shout out to Miss B Finesse. Yeah, that's what's up. So Uncle Stu's channel is in the chat. Uncle Stu is definitely welcome back over here anytime. Uncle Stu, we're gonna link up, man, and we're gonna do something for the fellas. How that sound?
That sounds great. And I'm gonna just say it this way, ladies, y'all welcome. I'll be glad to make sure that y'all on my page as well and let your voices be heard. Because my sister down here ain't said nothing. I'm waiting for her in this tambourine. So I'm gonna make sure she do some tambourine on my channel.
Well, tambourine. Yo, Uncle Stu,
yes,
let me tell you, man. This live will be posted. Come back and check it out, man, and check out some more of our content we got on the channel when you get a chance. And I promise we're gonna push this thing forward. But Uncle Stu, I know you gotta go, man. I don't want to hold you any longer, but we'll definitely be in touch, man. And thank you so much for popping up and gracing us with your presence, man. It is really appreciated. And thank you so much for dropping that knowledge on us, Uncle Stu.
It is an honor. Y'all keep my girl, Miss B Finesse, y'all keep it down now. Because trust me, that's my backup. She gonna make sure no foolishness happens to the aunt. So she on it now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. That's what's up, Uncle Stu. We'll see you, man. We'll talk soon.
Okay. May the peace and blessing of the Lord be upon each and every single one of y'all.
God bless you, sir. All right. So yeah. What was I?
I just want to say shout out to your lady. I like her already.
You like her already? You like her already?
Yeah.
I do. Because honestly, JD, that's really what trust is all about. And I do think that we begin learning trust from the time we come out of the womb. And our examples are around us all day, every day. And yes, boys learn how to trust women by the women that are impressionable in their life. If your mama always promised you something and she never came through with that promise, you're going to remember that. Right. It's going to be embedded in your spirit. I can't trust a woman to come through with her word, you know? Or if you saw aunties that were going off and breaking windows and shooting their boyfriends up,
setting it off.
Yeah, you gonna believe that, you know, women can get real hostile real quick, you know. And the same thing goes with girls, little girls that, you know, there are men that promise things in their life and never come through, or they're just never around, you know. That, and we learn those things like, okay, until I see it, I'm probably not gonna trust it. You know, so I can understand your fear and your hesitation. I really can, especially coming from the church world, because just like Uncle Stu just pointed out, a lot of times in the church, you are taught that you can't be trusted. That's why you got to take somebody with you. You know? So, you know, it's there. It becomes embedded in you. It becomes inbred in you that I can't trust myself not to do the right thing. I can't trust this other person not to do the right thing. But when we know better, we evolve and we do better. And we begin to practice healthy behavior. And that's really when you know you have a mature person on your hand that really wants to practice mature behavior.
Right. To piggyback off of that, you know, some men and women have not been built right. And like Unc was saying, you have women that need to be in the mindset of being a wife, to be prepared to be a wife, to make those wife decisions and that complex. However, if we're not built with the right tools and have the right tools in our toolbox, then of course we're dealing with a lot of destruction and chaos. And we can't follow if you're coming down a worn out path, right? I liked his analogy of the rib and the protection. But, you know, if you have that broken rib, or what if you're born without that extra rib, right? And it's just floating there. How are you going to attach it back to the spine and the body in order to protect those internal organs from destruction, right? It also depends on what we are consuming. So what nutrition are we receiving to get on that cellular level to bring us together? And when we bring ourselves together, it's not just through the fruit of our womb, you know, and our loins, but it's the togetherness of our minds and our spirits. So we also have to tap into those entities as far as with the trust and the leadership, right? So when he was also talking about leadership within the church, you know, sometimes if the elders, and being the mothers or the wives, if someone's not doing right in the church, how can someone trust to go to them for that advice? If you're my leader, if you're trying to lead me and advise me down this righteous path, and yet I know that you're doing something unrighteous with someone in the choir or the bookkeeper or what have you, and we all know this, the higher leadership also knows this, but they're allowing it. So when you then find someone that's not, and I'm just saying hypothetically, and find someone outside of the church who actually is taking care of business and doing this, that, and the other, does it then turn into the gossip of, oh, now you're going away from the church and what we're going to do to bring you back in? But if it's being toxic, that's where you're also breaking apart that leadership and that trust and that advice section to lead us down a productive relationship. So
absolutely,
there are several predicaments that we could take this into, but I just don't believe that if we're not being built right, we can't provide right.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Val, I'm gonna let you go in a second. Not to put too much of it out there. I feel the need, and Antoinette, you are, you already know it's our love. We are. This ain't toward you at all. So I feel the need to put this little disclaimer out there. So me personally, right? You all, mostly everybody that's watching, and thank y'all so much for watching and hitting the like button this week. Y'all doing the doggone thing. Thank you so much. I feel the need to put this slight disclaimer out there. Number one, I am a pastor. For those that don't know, most of y'all do know. I am a pastor. Now, I do know pastors that have gotten caught up. I've heard of a lot of pastors that have gotten caught up, and I absolutely do listen to my peers, my elders, or whatever like that. The lady that I went to go meet up with was she's married, you know what I'm saying? And if I feel like it would have been a situation where I did not trust her, it wouldn't have went down like that. And she was not anybody in my church. It was strictly business, something outside of church. So if I thought it was something else, I wouldn't have done it. Now, a lot of people find this surprising, right? Y'all, I do not date women in my church.
Come on.
I will never try to date anybody that's a member of my church.
Call a spade a spade.
Let me take it a little bit further. Now, everybody ain't built like me. Let me take it a step further. I would never even try to date somebody from the church down the street.
Conflict of interest.
I would not try to date anybody from the church around the corner either. You know what I'm saying? That's just not what I do. That's not how I operate, and that's not conducive to what we're trying to do. I feel like this topic is out the window now. So let's move on to the next topic.
We're trying to make one point too. I ain't finished either.
Sir.
Go ahead, Val. Go ahead. Come on, Tata. Go ahead. I'm gonna let y'all ride.
This is juicy. This is good. This is like the cornbread that you just stuck down in the collard green juice and
sweet tea.
Sweet tea. Oh, she got a tea. Come on with it. Y'all. We got Antonique Gary in the building. She says, I am also from a two-parent household. My parents have been married for 47 years. That's what's up. It's hard finding a good man these days. These men need to level up. I know what true black love is. That's what's up. 47 years. 47 years. That's what's up. Thank you so much. Go ahead, Antoinette. I'm sorry. Val. Go ahead.
So I was just wanting to point out too an analogy that the gentleman just brought up. Goodness. Uncle Stu. Yeah. He brought up the analogy of marriage is a business. And y'all know I agree with that. When he said that, I said hallelujah. Because I keep saying that. Oh, I just believe it really is a business. But just like in business, would you trust your business partner if you knew that they had a history of stealing or being deceitful or untruthful? would you be willing to move forward in business with a person that has that history? Yes, all people can change, but 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna want to put your money into that. So just a question, Antoinette.
And that's basically the road I'm following. We're going down this path like Oz. Okay. When you take maturity into account, business is business. If there's a plan of action and we getting into this and there's absolutely no type of emotional connection, because the business of my emotions in my life and my love and my light and my soul is with my partner, and my partner also knows my initiatives and my plans and supports what I am doing, he is with me, shadowing, doing whatever. But when it comes down to business and we need to meet and greet, he's on the Life 360. He's getting this ways and these pin drops. He's going to be involved in every motion that I am making, except for the business meetings at hand. Now, everybody talking about don't meet a woman by themselves if you're the opposite sex, but we're in 2021. You have men and women coming up with stories. You know what I'm saying? So who can you trust? Who can you truly trust? And when you're trying to take care of everything, you have to have a plan. You have to be able to have these conversations before you decide to have these meetings, whether they be in the public, at Starbucks, or even on the phone. Because at the end of the day, if I'm having a business meeting with someone of the opposite sex or anyone, period, okay, and my mister calls me, and if I got to step out, or if you have to step out just to pick up that phone to your partner, that's a problem. So you need to go ahead and make sure that you have that intuition. You need to go ahead and make sure that that little tingle in your gut is not telling you, hey, all right, I know we got a lot of great plans going on. However, this ain't it, homie. So thank you for your time. But before we get any deeper, let me go ahead and take my little. It's been real. So business is business, because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. I have homeboys from college. I have friends from 20 years ago of the opposite sex. I have best friends that have come out of the closet and are like, here I am, or whatever. But when it comes down to business, because I have effective communication with the person that I am laying with the person I am sharing my finances with, the trust is there. Period, point blank. And if it ain't, and it's something that I'm trying to fit into, this puzzle ain't fitting. If the puzzle ain't fitting, what did who was it with OJ? If the glove
don't fit, you must have quit.
Come on now.
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. That's right. Come on.
But you know
that's all I want to say. We support you. Now, at the end of the day, if something go down, you know who to call. You know who to call. We there, but we support everything. I love it.
Antoinette, I concur. I concur. I have effective communication with my partner. I have explained in detail. I have given you the respect of introducing you to this person and letting you know ahead of time who I'm meeting with, where I'm meeting with them, and I'm gonna be home by a certain time. I give you all that type of respect. You know this person, you know my character, but you know what else, JD? That tops all of that. I got the freaking Holy Ghost. So
there you go. There you go.
Convict me first.
And see, and that's what I'm saying about about the open communication of the situation, the example that I gave with me and my lady, right? I let her know, yo, this is what I'm doing, this is what time, this is where I'm gonna be at. this what time I'm gonna be done. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna hit you up. You know what I'm saying? So this is what's up. You gotta keep those lines of communication very, very open. And then things like I think too many people have that type of anxiety about the reaction of what the other person is going to do. You know what I'm saying? Just because of past trauma, and we don't know how to let go of that stuff unless we've been through some therapy, right? You know what I'm saying? Unless we've been through some therapy. So, that definitely does help. And then, she didn't have a problem with it. Another situation, we were chilling or whatever. A guy, one of her guy friends called the phone or whatever, talking to her about something. You know what she did? She put the phone on speakerphone so I could hear the whole thing.
Amen.
That's right.
And stayed right there, didn't walk out the room. Okay, bye. You know what? When a co-worker of mine that was a female called the phone, what did I do? Same thing, speakerphone. And we all right there listening. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
behavior.
Yeah, we got to be able to keep these lines of communication open, because if you don't have anything to hide, you don't have to move like that. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
Right.
It's all respect. Because if I can't respect you in the shadows, how you gonna treat me in the light?
Exactly.
You know something? I remember there was this guy I dated.
Yo, shout out to Leah B in the comments. These are our friends now. Yo, I feel you. That's what's up.
That's right.
What's up, Leah? Shout out to you. Thank you for watching. But
is that pretty girl?
Huh? No. That's my cousin, y'all.
Listen, we trying to find out.
Yeah, y'all trying to y'all ain't finna find out right now.
Yeah, come February when we up in this piece. Okay.
Yeah.
I dated this guy that y'all know I used to work at the casino.
Mm-hmm.
And my job had me in front of people all the time. I worked in promotions and marketing. I was the fun person. Hey, how you doing? Big today we're giving away such and such. And I had to be impersonable. I had to have relationships with these people, and they had to feel like they can approach me at some capacity. Honey, I dated this dude, and big mistake. I went to one of the sister casinos to do some work, and he was calling me. I'm at work. Don't call me like this, unless it's a real emergency. I'm not answering. I'm at work. And if I've answered you once, you didn't really have anything to say. I have to work. Side note. See, here you go. I should have saw the red flags. But anywho, I was at the sister casino doing some work, and do you know, before I knew it, this man was standing next to me. Why are you not answering my phone calls? Excuse me, I knew then. I saw the red flags at that point. This man is crazy. I need to get away from you, because if you can't handle me being at work, Lord knows you definitely won't be able to handle me doing personal business with someone. I'm at work. Do you see these thousands of people here? What did you think I was doing? Throwing the legs to the moon on the stage? That's craziness. That's craziness. That's ignorant behavior, especially when I've proven to you, because my behavior hadn't changed. Honestly, the same woman that I am, I've always been a wife. The same woman that I am right now is the same woman I was to my high school sweetheart. I'm going to tell you what's up. Either you believe me or you don't. And if I feel like you don't have the capacity to believe me, I need to move on. I need to move away from you, because I'm an honest person. One thing I don't like is liars and cheaters. I'm going to always be honest with you. Whether it's a hard truth that you probably don't want to hear, I'm still going to tell it, because it's the truth. I don't want to be lied to, and I'm not going to lie to you.
Bars. Bars, big bars. That's what's up. And I think that all of us need to heal, from something in order for our relationships to last longer, in order for us to see more relationships, and in order for us to be able to facilitate more relationships and have the cognitive dissonance to know as men how to lead, and then as ladies to know how to select a man that is capable of leading. And then when you see that he is capable of leading, allow him to lead. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. Nobody's perfect, right? We're all trying to get this thing right, but you have to expect that you're gonna make some mistakes along the way. And when those mistakes come, we have to be able to give our significant other that grace. You know what I'm saying? That grace to be allowed to make the mistakes and shake the dust off and be able to come back from the mistakes. Does that make sense? What I'm saying, y'all? And I think if we learn to do that and learn to build up a trust together and have that open communication, I believe we'll see happier relationships, more long-term relationships, and more two-parent households as well. But we at the hour mark, y'all. We still got a little ways to go. I don't want to lie to the people. So we got another topic here. We got another topic here that's been going around in these YouTube streets, and we are going to talk about it tonight. Do y'all know who April Mason is?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just thought about something. Antoinette, I apologize. You sent me something that I was going to tie into that last topic, but I got it. We'll talk about that too. My bad. So, do y'all know who April Mason is?
Mm-hmm.
April Mason. I just now found out who she was. Apparently, she was a popular matchmaker or dating coach, right? And she was in what area?
Atlanta.
The Atlanta area, right? And apparently, Miss April Mason has decided to give up the dating game. And she states a couple of reasons of why she wanted to give up the dating game. And I'm going to pull up this post, and we're going to talk about it. That April Mason posted the other day. Y'all give me just 1 second. I promise you it's coming. I got to share my screen. I forgot to do this prior to, but it's all good. Here we go. It is here now. So check this out, y'all. This is April Mason. And I want to read the caption here that she put in. April Mason says, after 10 plus years of helping women in this area, I believe y'all said ATL, right? She says it's time to move on. I have had dozens of success stories from women who now married, engaged, or dating high caliber men. My track record speaks for itself. So she the real deal, y'all. She is absolutely the real deal. But she goes on. There's more. However, the majority, not all. Where you go, Val? Where you go? The majority, not all. The majority, not all, that come to me have, watch this, unrealistic expectations, the selfishness, fake everything, think they should be chosen because they have a hoo-hoo and good looks, the entitlement. And then she says, just mean, not knowing the difference between being a woman and a wise woman, and will fight you to be strong, not knowing how to be versus do, thinking a feminine woman is weak or pick me. Whatever that is. That's what April said, not me. Whatever that is, placing the blame and not taking responsibility or accountability for the choices made in men. Being disagreeable, defensive, argumentative about everything. Always finding something to nitpick about. Looking for wait a minute. Looking for perfection. If you mention anything about doing something kind for the man they choose, she put that in caps, y'all. The men they choose, it's the what is he going to do for me, and the list goes on. Now, this doesn't excuse men's behavior. Let me say this again. This does not excuse men's behavior. A lot of men think because they're high earning, it makes them a high value man. Not. I have just made my contribution and impact in this area for decades to come. I have over 50 courses that women who may need help in this area can rent or buy. And she put the link in there, and she says a wise woman knows how to exit on a high note. So basically, y'all, she's exiting on a high note. Okay, now bars, right? Mm-hmm. Now, it seems like, I'm not saying this is what happened, but it seems like April Mason has caught a good bit of slack from this post, and yeah. I want to know what y'all think about it. Alabama Church Girl, we'll start with you.
Let me just say, first of all, April Mason is such a beautiful brown woman. Mm-hmm. Very articulate. And very knowledgeable about her subject. I used to, watch her her YouTube videos consistently. When I was dating.
I hear you.
So I have some frame of reference regarding April Mason. And I think that what she stated sounds pretty accurate. Especially for our new generation who are, their model of relationships is not what we saw growing up. We saw Claire and Bill Huxtable. We saw college relationships on a different world. We saw the Jeffersons. We saw Good Times. We saw those relationships that were sticking through. Mm-hmm. And right now they're seeing Love and Hip Hop. Mm-hmm. They're seeing Bad Girls Club. These new shows, Love After Lockup, Love at First Sight, this strange stuff. And people have a tendency to believe that everything that they see has to become their reality. Y'all know I enjoy The Housewives, but I'm very clear that that's not reality. But I think that impressionable minds may not have that clarity. So I believe that April is probably giving a fair assessment of women that she's interacted with.
Okay, I can dig it. Antoinette, I know you got something to say about it. Well, tell us your thoughts. What do you think?
No, I definitely agree as far as what Val's saying, because the new age, or the not even just new age generation, but the mindset, because we have some old heads with the same mindset too, that's quite ignorant and like to pop off on what is popular. and you put on this facade that, okay, just because it's streaming, it's social media, and I could just hurry up and pop something on and then imitate the same thing. When it comes to putting in work for your own self and your own self value to present when you're in a relationship and to put in work, that's where these problems are starting. And like she said, some are choosing these partners that are of high caliber, etc. But is the happiness true? Do you have true happiness? Are you fulfilling exactly what your heart desires or what your wants and desires are? There's a difference. There's an emotional happiness, there's emotional desires and wants, and then there's that true balance. So she just hit the nail on the head. Um, it definitely goes into what is influencing our women and our men onto what a relationship really is. And it's horrible. Like Evelyn said, some of these people are just non-factors anymore. They're not taking anything into consideration. It's just gimme, gimme, gimme. What can you provide me with? I'm supposed to be rolling out of bed and being flawless. Like, come on now. You can't even take care of your dental hygiene. So what? Putting in veneers and stuff. You have to clean that. You got to clean your mouth, but y'all not doing that. You don't even know to go get a wellness checkup, but you want to sit up here talking about going to get your feet and your hands and your facial and chemical peels and everything else, but you're not taking care of your body and the health and wellness that you need in order to prepare and work on yourself, and then also to prepare and work on a relationship. So I would throw in my cards too, because y'all not ready. You're not ready to put in work. This is work. To look this cute, even to sit here, like we said since the beginning. I work while we sitting here. I put on my little perfume and my lotion, and me and Val, sometimes you'll see me and Val up here putting on our little chapstick. Sometimes if my Fenty gloss bomb runs out, I got this tub of Vaseline right here, so don't play with it. Everything is work. And these non-factors, there it is. In today's this little realm are non-factors, because they're not trying to put in the work. And you just want the gimme, gimme, gimme. And then when it comes down to some type of financial literacy, where you at? You don't know it because it's not in a lyric. And then these lyrics nowadays, come on now. It's repeated of what they call it now, mumble rapping. There's no lyrics. There's nothing to it. I mean, we didn't even have an uproar of excitement when Nas had Lauryn Hill featured. What you heard in the comments, it was, oh, was she on time for the recording? Baby, I need you to listen to the lyrics, because we had lyrics. Whether it was Cream Get the Money by Wu-Tang, so you got your hood, but you got your dictionary. You better know about some 36 chambers, because in addition to 36 chambers, you playing chess, not checkers. We not in this pity pat. We in this making some deals. We gonna build the casino. So, I'll start going on because they get on my nerves. I got an old soul. But you need to know that our influence through celebrities and stuff like that has a foundation. This nowadays, and I love me some Cardi B, don't get it wrong. I love it because she speaks and she stands up for herself, and she uses her platform in different sections. But this Pop-Tart stuff ain't working, and we got to start getting some reevaluations going on back into where we come from, because I agree with Miss April. I do. I would have threw my cards in too.
Yeah. I like everything that y'all are saying, and I'm really, really big on reciprocity, y'all. And that's one thing that Antoinette touched on. And I want to get back to the comment that April Mason put on. Shout out to Miss Iris Chapman. This is generational. I saw this in the women older than me, my generation, and the younger ones. Absolutely. And I think it's important, Antoinette, like you said, people need to understand that the reality shows and everything like that, there's nothing wrong with watching them, but you need to understand that is strictly for entertainment purposes. That is not the example of how you want to live your life. That is not the example of how you want to treat your partner and everything else in between. I think part of the problem is that too many people take reality shows as reality, and they're not. Everybody wants the reality star lifestyle, and it is definitely not conducive to what we're trying to do. And also the fact that a lot of women don't think that they have to do anything except show up. You know what I'm saying? It takes more than that, and I think that that's part of the reason why we're not seeing the marriage rate go up, but we're steadily seeing it go down. Y'all, relationships and marriage is work. You know what I'm saying? I told this guy that I used to work with several years ago. You know, your relationship and your marriage is just like your lawn. It's just like your yard. You got to work on that thing every other week, every week, sometimes in order to keep it looking good, in order to keep it in shape and keep it, looking the way you want it to look, right? And if you let it go, then eventually it's going to start looking like crap. And it's the same thing with your relationship and your marriage. If you're not constantly doing maintenance on it weekly, bi-weekly, eventually it's going to start to look like crap. You're going to have the weeds everywhere. You're going to have the ant beds everywhere. And it's not going to be appealing to your eye or anybody else's eye either. You know what I'm saying? You have to do work. And I don't think that people are willing to put in the work because we want everything to come so easily, so quickly. And then I don't, another thing that she said about being disagreeable and defensive and argumentative about everything. Y'all, everything does not have to be an argument. And that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier in the first topic. What did I say? I thought about not saying anything because I automatically thought it was going to be an argument. You know what I'm saying? But since that was not the case, we talked about it and we moved on and everything was fine. So I see that the Alabama church girl has unmuted herself. So I think that means that she has something to say. Come on, Val.
I just want to step on my soapbox just a little bit.
Go ahead. Please, step on it.
Please excuse me while I rant. There is a trailer that just dropped yesterday of I like I said, I'm a fan of the Housewives, Atlanta and Potomac, those my girls. And a lot of people fan and stand for Portia Williams. This past season, this lady, she's a beautiful woman, but I'm bringing her up because it lends to the mindset that we're discussing right now. Beautiful woman. She comes from a very fine pedigree. Her grandfather was a civil rights leader. He actually marched with Martin Luther King Jr. She's in pictures with Martin Luther King Jr. Her granddaddy holding her in pictures. That's legacy, baby. That's legacy. But the mindset is so far from legacy. Trailer dropped yesterday of her new show about to come out on Bravo. And this is where we stand. She's engaged to somebody else's husband. Exactly. I did not stutter. I didn't get it wrong. The man was married at the time. She was engaged to somebody else's husband, brought all her legacy family on this TV to show, to announce to them that she's engaged to somebody else's husband, and proud to say, well, I'm going to be his fourth wife. And all her legacy family is asking questions like, how are you engaged to someone else's husband, to someone that's already married? How is it? what is going on? And then her baby daddy is on the show too, and they're at odds with each other. This is the mindset, and there is a spoiled brat air about her, that it's my way, my way, my way. Everybody around me has to please me. If you're not pleasing me, then I'm going to fight you. And a lot of people are on that bandwagon because she's pretty, that it's okay. And I think that's the type of mentality, and that's the type of propaganda that is influencing these impressionable minds to think that it's okay. Because the more she misbehaves, the more Bravo throws at her. Give her own show. Let her do what she wants because she's pretty. That's wrong. That's wrong mentality. And we, as the general population, really have to do our due diligence to make sure that our young people don't fall into that trap to think that that's okay. It's not. It's not. Just like you said, JD, relationships are work. And what we need to be showing them on a grand scale is the work that goes into maintaining good, healthy, long-lasting relationships. Everything is not always about you. The world does not revolve around you, whether you are the woman that thinks that or whether you are the man that thinks that. Wrong idea, buddy. The world does not revolve around you. You have to revolve around each other. You have to make some even exchanges in this thing. That reciprocity, like you said, has to be there. And somebody needs to tell you that you got to give a little bit too. You got to bend a little bit too. You're going to have to make some concessions. You're going to have to compromise in order to make this thing work.
I got it. Yo, I need one of those shirts, by the way. I got to have one of those shirts. Yo, y'all are doing good. Y'all are doing good. But absolutely, Alabama Church Girl. You know, I think that what's up, Samantha? Hi everyone. What you saying is so true. Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, Samantha. Please subscribe to the channel and everything like that. Give a video a like. Thank you so much. But yeah, you know, I think that too many times, I was talking to somebody else about this a couple days ago. I think too many times people have a "what have you done for me lately" type of attitude. And you know, you just cannot have that in relationships. You know, if you're always trying to do, you know, keeping tabs. Okay, he did this day, he did that. Oh, but Thursday he didn't. Oh, we gotta. You know, you can't do that. And same thing for the fellas too. You know, it goes both ways. But I think that's part of the problem. And like I was talking about the yard, you know, you need to do a check-in. Y'all, okay, this part is free, y'all. Y'all ain't got to pay for this. Do a check-in every once in a while. Hey, how are we doing? Do you feel any type of way about anything? Are we doing good? You know, did I make you, you know, I noticed that, you know, you weren't, you know, as chipper as you were today. Is everything all right? You know, is there anything I can do that can make your life easier? And that's the whole thing about relationships, y'all. You know, you get tired of doing this thing by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And if you have both people giving 100%, then nobody should be lacking in anywhere, in any area rather. And if you are, open up those lines of communication and don't do it in an attacking way. Why? Because you catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. Y'all stop me when I'm lying. Hey, yo.
Come on, drop some decibels again.
Yeah, we dropping them. We dropping them tonight. You know, and you know, I'm tired, but we had to get this show in tonight, y'all. But anyway, you don't have to do it in an attacking way. You know, hey, baby, I know you tired. I know you had a long week. But it would make me feel so much better if I could just get a hug and a kiss when I come home from work. Can you do that for me? And if you get an argument out of that, then where's the red flag, please? Can I get a red flag, please? If you get an argument out of that, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what, man? I had a long day today. I don't feel like cooking. Would you be so kind as to pick up something for dinner so I can just get some rest? I wholeheartedly believe that man would be running to try to pick up a box of chicken or something, a pizza or something. It doesn't have to be hard. I believe that if you put in the work, it'll make life a lot easier. Do y'all have anything else y'all want to say? Any other comments, questions, or concerns? Anything y'all want to add? I know the time is far spent, y'all. I got to get some rest. What else, Antoinette? I see you have muted yourself. Have unmuted yourself, rather. I believe you have something to say. Come on with it.
No, definitely. I mean, you know, you don't want to do tit for tat. And if you have to force your feelings onto your partner, then you're not in it for the reason. They are just in it for the season. So if these behaviors aren't being cared for, and like you said, if you are being confronted with arguments from just saying, hey, honey, I am pooped, it's time to move on. This ain't it. And they don't care. So, you know, you need to make sure that you are not, like we said before, putting your eggs in one basket and just trying to say, I care, I care, I care. So, how can I make this different and better for us if they aren't in it for the long haul? So, if they're not in it for the long haul, go ahead and press forward and take those gems with you so that way your jewelry could be made with the one you are fitted for. Y'all mute, boo. You are mute. Ah.
Y'all, man, I'm tired, y'all. Y'all forgive me, I'm tired. Antoinette, I like that. That was deep. I like that a lot. I like and I y'all know I like jury, so I like that. Yo, that was deep. But yeah, y'all doing good. Y'all doing real good. I think this was a good show tonight, y'all. If you're watching on the replay, please share the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to give us a like, y'all. And we're going to be back next week. Same time, same place, same people. We might have some extras, but same people. Alabama Church Girl, come on and say something to the people before we get out.
Well, I just want to say I've enjoyed the conversation. As always, y'all know y'all becoming my favorite people. Yes, enjoy the conversation. Definitely make your comments down there and subscribe. We're not expecting you to always agree with our opinions. Everybody has a different opinion, and we respect each other here, and we're going to respect you too if you have something different to propose. But we would love for you to share your opinion. Please comment, hit the thumbs up or thumbs down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It helps the algorithm all the way around. But that feedback helps us to continue forward. So thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Antoinette, you got something you want to say to the people before we get out of here?
That's it. Piggyback, like, share, subscribe. Start putting that input in the comments and stuff so we could get some topics and some solutions rolling, y'all. It's one team, one fight, one village, one fright. Let's go.
That's it. That's what's up. I tried to find who this Facebook user is. And yeah, you're absolutely right. People have missed it, but they can always watch on the replay. So again, subscribe to the channel, like the video. If you found value in what you've heard tonight, please share the video because I think that somebody else will find value out of it too. Shout out to Miss Iris Chapman for always joining us, always supporting. Thank you so much. Y'all, I'm tired. I know y'all are tired. It's been a great show. We're going to be back next week. Until next